massive full moon in Cancer reading Taurus and Taurus collective. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, Taurus Venus, Taurus Mars. Welcome, all the Taurus is here at Taurus live with me in my YouTube live. Hello, good morning from Europe. Europe is calling, who is answering? Anyway, here is your wolf waiting to reveal some mysteries. Maybe I should whisper here. My voice is going a bit off. I was a bit like timing this reading to start 11 o'clock, but then I was like, I need my tea. So we have here in this sacred space also a cup of tea. Stay wild, moon child, fitting to this full moon in Cancer reading. So welcome to my sacred full moon in Cancer space. And there is already wolf moon style wolf waiting you. This will be your oracle card, and this wolf will be staring at you whole this reading until the end. We come to the spirit. This spirit is available in my community post. So we have here all the 5 elements: air, water, earth, fire, and the spirit in the center, and it will be revealed what the wolf has to say, what the wolf knows. She knows. But now first we need to know the first step on this path, on the mountain, under the full moon in Cancer. What is your crystal? It gives you the deck, and the decks are all there. You can use your intuition already to know what it's gonna be. Let's see. Taurus. It's gonna be a root chakra. So we get this deck here. Shadow stories. Ordinary shadow stories. Real life shadow stories, okay? Anyway, this one, maybe we need the space for something else soon. Let's put it here in the meanwhile. So this can be here. I have got my log. Now, next thing, what we need to do to get this ready is I have the special cards I created especially for. Let's put this a little bit here, this stone. So I created this for full moon in Cancer, so there can be anything about you need to know now about this full moon in Cancer. We focus what especially is for Taurus. Okay, so the sacred space is here, sacred place for love. Any Taurus living in Belgium, this is actually, I found it interesting that it's kind of like a temple kind of place, is exactly in Bruges. So if you want to concretely visit a place like this, it is near the Onze Lieve Vrouw Notre Dame in Bruges. There is that. But let's see what is here. For Taurus, full moon in Cancer and Mars retrograde in Cancer, we are asked to go inward under this lunation, to bring the light of the moon and the presence of our own heads to what has gone unfelt, to what has gone unloved, and to what has gone unexperienced, waiting for a safe and loving channel to be transmuted. It is safe to feel and then heal, with transformation moving through us. Yes, so there is this knowledge that now will be perfect moment for you also, Taurus, to create your own sacred space for this kind of loving, healing, nurturing energy going through your body to really feel what has not been felt, express what has not been expressed. Yes, that is for you. Little temple here, like a Vesta temple. Then go to see a little bit what is the emotional landscape in the Taurus universe. What is it? Let's put this away from here. Taurus. And of course, end of the reading, I give a chance, any Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, any placement in Taurus you have, you are then eligible to ask me a psychic question. I only ask you to subscribe to my channel. Please do. You can support my little mission to heal the shadows, meet the shadows. Maybe for Taurus too, this is a good book reference for January. Like, I just got this book and I'm gonna read it. Meeting the Shadow, very fitting to my channel, who knows. Maybe you also, Taurus, should read it. Meeting your shadow. Anyway, now, emotional landscape, things are starting to drop here. Okay, maybe we take the emotions from the floor then. It's grounded emotions, they're all here. That's the style today. Let's accept it. So they have here lovely minded. We have here big commitment. Relax, this is real love. Tender and beautiful. We have to be a little bit more here to be sure. For some reason, spring in the air is on the top of this whole thing. So, where can I keep this? So now, sunlight is very bright here in my room. We are starting to just do this circle. The spread can be found in my community post. As well, I have put available my High Priestess episode where I teach you how to make your own tarot spreads, and I'm talking about the forms, how different forms can be used in the shadow reading. And I have now chosen on purpose a round shape. It's very fitting to this Cancer full moon. Sacred space. So maybe really we have to move this here. Space for this card. So first we start with the air. This has all the elements and is based on a poem by Munshira Althav. Remember that you are Taurus. You are air. As well, you are water. What water wants to say to you. Okay, there's three things. Looks like there is a lot of the Cancerian water are now affecting you indeed to feel it. Then we have earth, that's your element usually. Taurus, earth, and fire. So here we have. Oh, I actually did areas differently. I put immediately current feelings of a person. Maybe this has to happen before I open this card. Yes, let's do this. So before we go any further, we are looking underneath the little girl, what is here. What emotions are hidden. Inner child is hiding. Let's see, little Taurus. Once upon a time, Taurus. Who is feeling for Taurus? What is feeling? And one more from the heart-shaped box also. Let's see this one. Taurus and Taurus. Let's read this before I open. Hunky Dory Changes by David Bowie. Strange fascination fascinating me. Changes are taking the pace I'm going through. Leap of faith, yes, but only after reflection. Soren Kierkegaard. The positive thinker sees invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Winston Churchill. This thing was already in Aries, and maybe there's really some impossible forces happening, bringing something that you just have to feel. That's the nature of your heart. You can feel something before it even happens. When you are heart-centered, your heart feels the field. So what is there in your field, Taurus? Heart knows. Bachelor, Knight of Cups. There is this kind of loving cup energy coming towards. Somebody wants to love you, Taurus. Give a rose. We have here Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean I'm the one who will dance on the floor in the round? Okay. Ah, the wearing red bear is here. Welcome. Yes, Taurus made a presence. I'm glad to get one Taurus here. And indeed, it's good that you have time during a week to follow my live, because I prefer to do in the daylight. And even, who knows, if I go forward after the Cancer, but I was thinking I might do just 4 sign today, but let's see how it goes, because I have commitments, other things to do today. But now we are focusing on Taurus, and we are in the sacred space. This is your spirit message in the end. The wolf will look into your soul and know what the Taurus need to know. So here we have current feelings of a person. Zen, just be, receive guidance. Speak only to reduce suffering. Silence is gold, speaking is silver. And my heart says, boom, 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 you are great. Cool. Just talking about the heart, we have here the heart. Anyway, you had also this root chakra, always very full moon connected, in the sense that full moon is always connected to mother. And the archetype of this opposite is victim. So mother should always be empowered in your own life. You should be kind of take care of your own life like a mother would, nurturing, caring, very creative. Creativity is also here. Like, how can you allow yourself to be caring about what you what you want to create even in this world. Kind of safe home base. Okay. Wearing red bears. I've been listening, great read. Yes, I'm just talking here, but now we are going into this Munshira Althav poem that starts, remember, Taurus, that you are air, observe, breathe, focus, decide. And what is here? Wow. Chariot. A car trip. Family trip with a car. Who knows? There is everybody on board. Chariot is a beautiful warrior type, willpower energy. What was mine? Mine was this kind of lonely rider card. Maybe I show that because it's part of the hero's journey, that card, and this is now heroes on a car going somewhere, and that's in the air. Observe, breathe, focus, decide. Maybe you have to decide the direction you're going. Underneath this full moon in Cancer is something like really important, which way you are going. What is your destination? Like in the car analogy, in the shadow work, there would be always that let your higher self drive the car, put that ego on the back seat like a little child in the seat belts, and let your intuition be the one who reads the roadmap. So it is like if you let your higher self drive the car, it's much more better than the 5-year-old child driving the car. So indeed, it's like here. Somehow put echo aside. Echo cannot come to there was something about I read lately, like how the echo is sad because it cannot come to this kind of higher dimensions. You have to have this kind of if you are rising to some higher awareness, because it's much more like a unity consciousness, not just a singular drop in a sea consciousness. But yeah, why I'm mixing this, I was supposed to show you this is even your card, be a guiding light to others. Who knows? I was just mixing this deck suddenly. I wanted to show you the chariot. That's what I wanted to show you. But interesting, the Taurus card pop up. So it's like sometimes I'm really like I feel like indeed my higher self start to ride the car indeed, and I'm like, what just happens here? So you need your echo, of course, to be a bit alert, like what's going on here. It's not completely. Here, I want to show my own card about this. So we have here in your air, a hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself, Joseph Campbell. So it's kind of lonely rider on a mission, somehow coming true now. Maybe even you have this kind of vision, because this is like a dream catcher. Vision to be a hero. Some areas of your life that needs or you need decision making and focus and even breathing fresh air to something. So That is here. Then we have here in your water. Remember that you are water, cry, cleans, flow, let go, and you have 3 cards. Okay, water, really water. There is a 2 of cups. There is like a date night. There is really like a romantic encounter. Going to have already pre-Valentine time with somebody. There is Queen of Swords, like a really a planner. Air sign, Queen in your water realms. So it is like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius style. Then we have a death card. So that is selling a house, but it's really like a complete some transformation and change. Maybe that is that letting go. Some kind of big decision that will change your life in the sense that you have a new life. For sale, selling a house. Interesting. What does it mean? Maybe we have to read these cards, because these are getting a little bit more complicated. Ordinary life shadow situation, selling a house. But let's start with this couple. So you're having here a nice connection going on, loving connection. It's almost like they are celebrating that they're selling a house. They're making plans to, I don't know, it can be something for any person, a different thing, but it can be decision you're not making alone. It is emotional realm here, so Taurus. These 2 souls recognize a connection, and the space between them fairly radiates with positive energy. Like attracts like, and so this draws the possibility of love or other deep relationship, deep emotional connection or attraction. Indeed, like a pre-Valentine date. And then we have Queen of Swords. Maybe I remind what that is about. This card. Only find it. Must be. It's really like they are not in order. It's really difficult to find this stuff. Earth are here, but where are the sword? Okay, maybe I should not even read it, but I'm like getting always, if I decide to search for something, I will damn find it. It's like annoying fact that they cannot easily be found. Let's read the death card then, because that's coming first. When something ends, there is a time for mourning. The difficult emotions, anger, bitterness, sadness, despair, are never enjoyable. They must be experienced though, and within even these feelings are hidden gifts that deepen our character, enhance our compassion, and usher in new experiences. An ending of something important. That is now highlighted in this water feeling realms. Could be a cycle of emotion, because emotions are in kind of anything are like a cycle. Or somebody die and you inheriting can be also true for some people. Oh, where is my Queen of Swords here? I cannot see it here. Is it? Here it is. I just didn't notice it. Okay. So the Queen of Swords uses her skills to help someone focus her actions by eliminating the unnecessary and highlighting the essential. really like understanding even that is the air quality. Here we talk about the hero's journey already. Here the queen is kind of like making others understand what is important, like a masterminding stuff, a bit like a boss lady. Like there is this capacity to lead, and that is part of the emotional. Of course, this would be emotional intelligence here, right here. So that is like the love is here, but to have successful relationships, of course you need emotional intelligence. And sometimes indeed, like it says, remember your water, cry, cleans, flow, let go. What I did hear sometimes some people talking about, if you really flow in water, you're like a dead fish. You are like swimming in the current. You're not like a dead fish flowing. You are like participating to this flow also. And here, like letting go is one thing to do to shift something that doesn't serve possible. To understand what you need to change can be also intelligent in the sense that you understand what doesn't work for you. Can be very Queen of Swords can be very cold. I'm a Gemini too. I might be really wanting to be logical. Like I remember I did this kind of customer support training once, and it was like teach there like a logic is your best friend. Yes, it can be, but emotional world is really you are like a heart. The heart plays a big role here. So selling a house can be very emotional. Like if this is your home house and you have so much memories there, it can be very emotional shift going on. It's not just like let's sell this house now, let's have something else. It's not so simple. It can be a process. Anyway, the whole 3 cards want to come here in this angle, so it looks like this is important. This could be this root chakra, safety and security. Indeed, house is part of this property, is part of your safety. So Taurus, I understand this can be really like an emotional thing, anything to do with your house. This house looks imprinting. There is really this kind of spring flower, so it could be even prediction about something about the house. This also, because of some Valentine style, is really like a spring is coming and you're like really logical about some deep-rooted things, like having a house. Then we have, remember Taurus, your earth, that is exactly your element in astrology. Earth, ground, give, build and heal. And what you got 7 of Swords, which can be kind of triggerous pain in the papers. This could be paperwork that is really painful. Some paperwork, like this is air energy here, pointing out how the paperwork, like a taxes, whatever has to be done well. Then you can get tax refunds, of course. I mean, it can be boring, but it is the grounding to do this kind of building blocks, even your paperwork well. Not easy to watch it if you're not not so loving this part, but if you cannot do something, of course, this healing aspect could be that you are understanding what you can do and what you can't, and then like if you might be very mastering this, but you could also share the load, for example, find some outsourcing something that you can't do. But let's read this here. This is in your ground to heal. Healing. Paperwork done well. Cancer full moon. 7 of Swords. Trust can be breached in many ways. When we take what is not meant for us, we are behaving in a way that is counter to the truth. Because like attracts like, expressing untruthful energy attracts the same and creates more in the world. Whatever we create, we are responsible for. Someone taking something that doesn't belong to them. Yes, there could be like kind of like some things that are not good. Could be some errors even here in the paperwork, or somebody will find something that is not matching. Anyway, maybe it's this spirit wanna make attention. Grounding would be really sort out your papers. Like there is no like a chance of happening this mistake. or getting in something that you is go under the radar. Then we have this fire. Remember, Taurus, your fire, burn, tame, adapt, ignite. And we have here again, interesting, such a like opposite on the table, like east and the west side. And east side is selling a house, west side is buying a house as a lovers, as a couple. What a coincidence that this is like that. The couple was here, chin chin, like let's sell this house. Here they are like let's buy the house. Oh my god, what a story. There is a house for sale and here is again, same for sale, but here giving off, here getting a new. Wow. Lovers in your fire. Some good choice. Lovers card is a good choice. You're able to make some good choice that keep your fire going, like there is like giving you this kind of energy, like yes, something good is happening here, like yes, things are in order, like we are having a dream house, for example, if you didn't have it already, or your house, and even selling of the house is really here now. I don't know if this is valid for every Taurus, but then it would be something about your home. Really, how secure is your home life? Spring in the air here. Something is happening in spring. This is who knows what is the season here. I think it's the summer. By the summer you're buying a house. Okay, this is your full moon in Cancer, and we are going to this last wolf. Wolf has been now listening. Remember, Taurus, your spirit connects, listen, no, be still. And now we are getting this wolf card for you. What is it? What the wolf has to say. Wow, Sacrament of Extreme Unction, 34. Wow. Interesting. This I felt like this book is perfectly fitting to this reading, because this is even in the back, maybe I should, before I read this, is like the doorway to the sacred. This is completely like a sacred heart related, sacred space related deck, white light oracle. And I want to read this text to you because this is such a beautiful, like to get this kind of loving place. The doorway to the sacred is found within the heart. From the heart, we connect with, nourish, and develop our soul. Your soul is your unique inner being. It is the part of you which lives many lifetimes and grows spiritually through countless experiences. Your soul may have lived on worlds other than Earth, perhaps on various stars, and certainly in the spiritual worlds between lifetimes, yet it is meant to be here now, helping to bring light to our planet for the benefit of many in need. Let's see your sacrament of extreme unction now. So Taurus, your heart knows how to let go so you can find peace. It is time for you to experience spiritual closure. A beautiful new reality is opening up for you. Entering it requires you to release your attachment to the past. You have been inwardly preparing for a powerful rebirth. Now is the time to trust in what is meant for you and move toward it with an open, trusting heart and peaceful mind. In an ideal world, we would finish our inner work, be completely healed, check it off the list, and move on without any issues from the past intruding into our present life. In a more realistic view, we do our best to muddle through, gaining enough understanding and healing to attain some degree of closure and move on as best we can, flicking of remnants of the past which can arise even whilst we are doing our best to let go. In an even more challenging turn of our growth spiral, we may know something has run its course and no longer belongs in our world, and yet have trouble exorcising the past and its pains, confusions, or attachment, so it bleeds through into the present even though we know it doesn't belong there. To avoid the taint of the past causing unnecessary issues in the present, the oracle of the sacrament of extreme unction brings powerful spiritual last rites so you can be cleansed and liberated into the fullness of your next phase. In the Catholic tradition, extreme unction is performed at the time of physical passing to cleanse the soul and allow it to gracefully leave the body, and is the powerful intervention of spirit to free you from the grip of what has been. It is liberation from habit and the compelling lure of the familiar. It is divine forgiveness and healing. What a card. Really, there is some kind of really focus on this kind of sacred space, as it was mentioned here even. Sacred place for love. And that came true even here, when they are buying this house, their dream house. Sacred place for love. I don't know, there is a loving thing going on here too, but something has to be sorted with the papers. It's like, maybe this is very like a practical in any work or even related to house, but it can be like a boring reality, but this has to be taken care of. And then this sacred space for love would be this passionate, new, ignited fire here in these times. So remember, you also fire earth and the papers. Okay, so this was your reading. I think I gave you everything now. I hope I remembered. This was the reading for you, Taurus. Is there any Taurus now? I know Wearing Red Bear was here. Is there any Taurus who wanna ask a question, psychic question, because this is possible? And this is extensive reading, so it goes eventually to a membership. So always welcome to take it if you want to support me extra. That's the main meaning of it, that while I kind of earn nothing in YouTube yet, it's kind of possible to fund this channel. But I give a lot, usually free. I just keep there. Some like this will go there after this full moon, like archive. But yeah, this is your full moon in Cancer. How are you, Taurus? Any comments? Have these readings help you? You can always comment. Has this been any resonating? Any? Okay, Varing represent. Thank you. I hope this helps, because I spent a lot of almost this kind of like a Yoda style meditating, like what would be the spread like, and I was intrigued by this kind of spread, that we need more sacred in our life. We need more this kind of little oasis. And what's the best to have the Twin Peaks style, two mountains with a wolf. So I don't see any questions. I'm actually gonna move to Gemini reading soon. If nobody asks, I still give you a little moment to think. You could always ask, and you shall be answered. Oh, this is not mixed. But indeed, 12 star signs, I might have to better move on so I get them done. Anyway, thank you, Taurus and Taurus Collective. Thank you, Wearing Red Bear, being here, bringing your own energy, part of this reading. And now, see you soon in the Gemini reading. Bye.